How to make money on loan with bad credit. This is the Pablo Henrique channel. Like and subscription is not requested, it is conquered. Is it possible to get a loan with bad credit? A lot of people really want to know because they're in that situation. Let's talk about it. The first thing I want to do is I want to give you 3 different strategies. Here's the first one. You gotta work with a loan broker or a mortgage officer that is brokering out to many different banks and is doing high volume. Let's talk about why. If you go directly to a bank and you walk into the bank that you work at, they're always gonna want to offer you and pre-qualify you for some type of loan. But the bottom line is that's just one bank, and not all banks are the same. They weren't all created equal and they have different rules. So I recommend number 1, going to a broker that works with 20, 30, 40, 50 different banks. Now, they're not going to work with that many unless they're a serious operation doing high volume. So you may want to ask, how many hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate do you broker out each year? If they give you a funny look like, are you crazy, that's a lot of volume, that's not your loan officer likely that can find the right option for you. Because there are banks out there that work with people that do have bad report credit. Second thing I want to talk about is, what do you do if you have bad credit to actually get it fixed? This strategy really comes down to doing some credit maintenance. Sometimes we're late on a payment and then all of a sudden we say, hey, I've got to get serious about qualifying for a mortgage. Even if you're using your credit to buy a lot of real estate the way I have in the past, you're going to need to do maintenance. So whether you call it repair or maintenance, it's good to find the company out there that you can trust. This is not one of those things where less is more. You're not looking for the cheapest program. You're looking for a company that has been in business for a really long time, has worked with thousands of clients, and keyword as attorney. If an attorney is involved, it's more of a legitimate program, and what they're doing is they're using a nice little strategy. There's a couple of them that I want to share with you. Number 1 is they're going to challenge the inquiries. But here's the third thing. If you find a broker that doesn't have a bank that can give you an option, and if credit repair is going to take too long for your needs, then your third resort is to do seller financing. Seller financing is basically where someone else already has the house that you want, and instead of selling it, they're actually willing to finance you the house. Now, that's really neat because they're not a bank and they've got different criteria. They might ask for a little bit of a different down payment, they might ask for a higher payment. Seller financing is an amazing strategy for actually walking into the house that you want. How do you find these? What you do is you go through the paper, find the house that you want, typically seller financed or not presented by realtors. And so if you have a for sale by owner, you can call them up and say, hey, I'm not in a position to buy your house, but would you rent it to me, or would you do a lease option and work with me until I can buy it in a couple of years because I'm doing a couple of things with my credit? And there's a lot of people out there that are willing to do that, and guess what? You've just negotiated yourself right past the bank by using the person that has the mortgage, has the bank, and boom, you're right into your house. Now, here's the hidden strategy with this really great deal, that if you seller finance yourself into a deal, you want to negotiate it where they'll actually put you on title. Because if you're represented on title for at least 2 years, then after 2 years you can actually refinance onto the house. Now think about that. You basically backdoored yourself into a super easy program that most banks will do, because if they see you've been on title for 2 years, then they're going to say, well, why wouldn't we let them refinance it? And qualifying for a refinance is way easier than qualifying for a purchase. So what's the big moral of the story? Listen, if you've got bad credit, you got options. You can get into real estate and you don't have to wait. If you need to wait or feel like that would be the best option for you, then just focus on doing some credit maintenance and some credit repairs and stick with it. That's the key. Real estate done correctly is a long-term play. Getting into a home and having that slice of American dream is really key, so stick with it. Now watch this video right here for you to learn how to make big money. Videos every day at 8 p.m. Watch this video right here. Thank you so much everyone for watching. My name is Pablo Henrique and I'll see you in the next video.